Hello there, everybody. So, one thing you may have noticed about sounding natural in English is that it's not always about knowing some completely different vocabulary or using complicated words. Quite often, it's just about how you put the idea together. You might know all the right words, and your sentence might be perfectly understandable, but a native speaker might package that same idea a little differently with a phrasal verb here, a familiar expression there, or just a more conversational way of putting things together. So, in this video, I've put together a bunch of everyday situations, as I always do, and have shown you how you might say the same thing in a more natural, native sounding way. And as you go through them, try to notice how the idea is packaged rather than just memorizing individual expressions. With that, let's begin. Here's our first sentence, a home situation. मैं सुबह से पागलों की तरह दौड़ भाग कर रही हूँ, फिर भी पता नहीं कैसे घर और भी ज़्यादा बिखरा हुआ लग रहा है. Relatable, right? Here's the answer to that. I've been running around like a headless chicken since I got up, and somehow the house looks worse than it did this morning. So, to run around like a headless chicken is a nice idiom that conveys when you rush around frantically without seeming to accomplish much. बिना सोचे समझे और ज़्यादा काम निकले इधर उधर दौड़ भाग करना. Here's another sentence, very similar. सुबह से मैं इधर उधर दौड़ भाग कर रही हूँ, लेकिन लग रहा है कुछ भी नहीं हुआ है. I've been running around like a headless chicken all morning, but I feel like I haven't actually got anything done. Then, on to the second one. मैं अपना एक्चुअल काम कैसे करूं जब हर 5 मिनट में मेरे डेस्क पर कोई अपना छोटा सा काम पटक देता है. You're frustrated in this sentence, so that goes. How am I supposed to get any work done when every 5 minutes someone dumps their little task on my desk? There you are. On to the third one. हमारे पेरेंट्स अब उस एज में हैं जहाँ हर छोटी मोटी दिक्कत भी अपने आप में एक अच्छा खासा मुद्दा बन जाती है. Our parents are at that age now where even the smallest little problem turns into a whole thing. So a whole thing is a very natural and easy expression that conveys a situation that becomes a bigger issue than it needs to be. बात का बड़ा मुद्दा बन जाना या बात का बतंगड़ बनना. Here's a sentence for that. पता नहीं कैसे इतनी छोटी सी बात का इतना बड़ा तमाशा बन गया. I don't know how something so trivial turned into a whole thing. There you go. No heavy words and yet you convey the meaning. On to the fourth one. क्या ये बच्चे कभी थकते भी हैं या अगले 10 साल तक मुझे बस यही सब झेलना है? Do these kids actually ever run out of steam, or is this just what I have to look forward to for the next 10 years? So as you know, look forward to means to eagerly expect something in the future, usually about a positive occasion. Here it's used sarcastically because, let's face it, no one wants to be crazed by something in the near future, right? So here's a sentence to the same effect. क्या अगले 10 साल तक मुझे इसी तरह की भागदौड़ का मज़ा लेना पड़ेगा? Is this what I have to look forward to for the next 10 years? Running around like a headless chicken. There you go, the same expression again. On to the fifth one. कसम से आजकल पैसा हाथ में आते ही पता नहीं कहाँ चला जाता है. मैं 2 हफ्ते से ज़्यादा सैलरी चला ही नहीं पाता. I swear money just slips through my fingers these days. I can't seem to make a paycheck last more than a couple of weeks. So, slip through your fingers, as you may have already guessed, means to disappear quickly, especially money that gets spent without you noticing. पैसा हाथ में टिक ना पाना. Here's a sentence for that. पता ही नहीं चलता सैलरी आते ही सारा पैसा कहाँ चला जाता है. I don't know where all my money goes. It just slips through my fingers. Then, on to the sixth one. क्या तुम्हें भी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि तुम बार बार वही एक बहस कर रहे हो, बस हर बार वर्ड्स अलग होते हैं? Do you also ever feel like you're having this exact same argument over and over again, just with different words every time? Seventh one. वैसे मेरी आंखें सारा दिन खुलती नहीं, पर सर तकिए पर रखा नहीं कि दिमाग की बकबक चालू. Funny thing is, I can barely keep my eyes open all day, but the second my head hits the pillow, my brain starts going into overdrive. So, go into overdrive is a nice casual conversational expression which means to become extremely active or intense. बहुत ज़्यादा तेज़ी से चल पड़ना, used a lot for the brain. So, here's a sentence for that. दिन भर काम के बीच में मेरा दिमाग ठीक ठाक चलता रहता है, लेकिन जैसे ही रात को लेटता हूँ इतना चलने लगता है कि वो सारी बातें एक साथ माइंड में आ जाती हैं जो रोकी होती हैं. My brain seems to tick along just fine during the day, but the second I lie down at night, it suddenly goes into overdrive, and all the thoughts I've been pushing aside come flooding back. So, flooding back when a whole lot of thoughts occur to you simultaneously. This happened, that happened, all that, all at once, and you feel frustrated and unable to sleep. That's flooding back. Then, on to the eighth one. मैं काफ़ी टाइम से दोबारा अपनी रूटीन और रिदम में आने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन जब भी लगता है कि थोड़ी प्रोग्रेस हो रही है, कुछ ना कुछ मुझे फिर से हिला देता है. I've been trying to get back into the swing of things, but every time I start making progress, something else throws me off track or sidetracks me. So, to get back into the swing of things means to return to your usual routine or rhythm. दोबारा अपनी routine या rhythm में आ जाना. Here's a sentence for that. कुछ हफ्ते काम से बाहर रहने के बाद मैं फाइनली रूटीन में वापस आ रही हूँ, पर जब भी चीज़ें वापस आने लगती हैं कुछ ना कुछ निकल आता है और मुझे दोबारा हिला देता है. After being out of the loop for a few weeks, I'm finally getting back into the swing of things. But every time I feel like I'm getting my head back in the game, something else crops up and throws me off track. So, to throw somebody off track, as you may have guessed, means to distract or disrupt someone's progress or plans. किसी की progress या plan का track बिगाड़ देना, progress बिगाड़ देना. Here's a sentence for that. मैं पूरी सुबह अपना काम टाइम पर ख़त्म करने की प्लानिंग कर रहा था, लेकिन एक फ़ोन कॉल ने मेरा पूरा रिदम बिगाड़ दिया और मैं फिर से पीछे रह गया. I'd spent the whole morning planning to get everything done on time, but an unexpected phone call threw me completely off track and put me behind again. On to the ninth one. मैं घंटों से रिपोर्ट पर जान मार रही थी और फिर लैपटॉप अचानक से हैंग हो गया. बस वहाँ पर मेरी हिम्मत जवाब दे गई. I had been slogging away at the report for hours when my laptop decided to freeze, and that was pretty much the straw that broke the camel's back. So, to slog away at something means work hard at something tiring or difficult. कुछ थकाने वाले काम पर लगातार जान मारना. Here's a sentence. मैं पूरी रात उस रिपोर्ट पर जान मारता रहा. I was slogging away at that report all night. And then this nice saying that goes, the straw that broke the camel's back. It means the final problem that pushes you beyond your limit. कोई ऐसी आखिरी बात जो आपको बर्दाश्त की हद से पार करा दे. A sentence for that. पहले ही सब कुछ खराब चल रहा था और फिर उसका फ़ोन भी टूट गया. बस वहाँ पर बात उसके बस में नहीं रही. Things were already going badly and then his phone broke too. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. And then on to the 10th one. क्या हम सच में फिर से इस काम को आखिरी वक्त तक टालने वाले हैं या पिछली बार से हमने कोई सबक सीखा है? Are we seriously going to leave this until the last minute again, or have we finally learned our lesson from last time? 11th one. मैंने तो ये शो देखना बस ऐसे ही चलते फिरते शुरू किया था और 3 एपिसोड्स बाद ही मैं तो बिक चुका हूँ पूरी तरह इस पर. I only started watching the show on a whim, and 3 episodes in, I am completely hooked. So, to be on a whim means to spontaneously, without planning or without thought, बस यूं ही बिना सोचे समझे कुछ कर देना. Yeah. And to be hooked means to be extremely interested or to be unable to stop because you enjoy something so much. पूरी तरह दिल लग जाना या किसी चीज़ की लत लग जाना. I'll just combine these two into one sentence and here goes. मैंने तो ये कोर्स बस यूं ही ज्वाइन किया था. सोचा था 2-3 हफ्ते देख लूँगा, लेकिन मुझे इसका ऐसा चस्का लगा कि देखते ही देखते मैंने अपना पूरा शेड्यूल इसके हिसाब से सेट कर दिया. And the English for that, I only signed up for the course on a whim, bas यूं ही, thinking I'd give it a shot for a couple of weeks, but I got so hooked that before I knew it, I was rearranging my entire schedule around it. 12th one. भाई दिमाग शांत कैसे किया जाए जब हमेशा कोई ना कोई काम पड़ा होता है करने को. How do you switch off when there's always something else waiting to be dealt with? So, to switch off, as you may have imagined, means to stop thinking about work or responsibilities and to mentally relax. दिमाग को काम और फिक्र से हटाकर रिलैक्स करना. सेंटेंस फॉर दैट. काम खत्म होने के बाद भी मेरा दिमाग बंद ही नहीं होता. आई कैन नेवर रियली स्विच ऑफ इवन आफ्टर वर्क. ऑन टू द 13th वन. मैंने अलार्म कुछ ज़्यादा ही बार स्नूज़ पर डाल दिया, फिर नाश्ता तो छूटना ही था. घबरा कर घर से निकली और फिर पूरे रास्ते यही सोचती रही कि मैं अपने साथ ऐसा करती क्यों हूँ. I hit snooze one too many times, so of course I ended up skipping breakfast. I rushed out of the house in a panic and spent the whole way wondering why I always do this to myself. So over here, a very nice fixed conversational expression which is one too many times, which means more times than was sensible or advisable. ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा बार. सेंटेंस फॉर दैट. मैंने सोचा था बस 5 मिनट इंस्टाग्राम स्क्रॉल करके फ़ोन रख दूंगा, लेकिन ज़्यादा ही कर दिया और आधा घंटा वहीं निकल गया. I thought I'd just scroll through Instagram for 5 minutes and put my phone down, but I ended up scrolling one too many times and somehow lost half an hour to it. 14th. जब तक सब लोग यहाँ पहुँचेंगे तब तक मैं खाना बना चुका होऊंगा, सफाई कर चुका होऊंगा, लिविंग रूम 2 बार दोबारा सजा चुका होऊंगा. और फिर मेरी मेहमान नवाजी करने की हिम्मत ख़त्म हो चुकी होगी. The irony. Here we go. By the time everyone gets here, I'll have cooked the food, cleaned the whole place, rearranged the living room twice, and then I'll have completely run out of steam for playing host. And the 15th one. चीज़ें ख़राब ही हैं अब उनके बीच. बातें भी होती हैं तो बस इशारों में ही. क्या ही कर सकते हैं, शायद ऐसा ही लिखा था. Things are pretty strained between them these days. Even when they talk, it's all hints and reading between the lines. What can you do? Maybe it was just meant to be this way. So over here, a nice fixed expression. You've got to read between the lines, which means understand a hidden or unstated meaning. इशारों में छुपी बातें समझना. And an example for this. उसने सीधा मना तो नहीं किया, लेकिन उसकी बातों से साफ था कि वो interested नहीं था. He never actually said no, but if you read between the lines, it was pretty clear that he wasn't interested.